Day 41. We hiked until about 3 a.m. Made it decently far. We didn't wake up as early as we wanted to. You know, we went to bed. We're hoping to wake up in just a couple hours yet, right? And then find somewhere to hide from the sun for a few hours. But, you know, it's like 8 a.m. now, so we overslept that by a couple hours. But that's still the plan. I'm gonna go find somewhere maybe kind of shady, sleep for a few more hours. Luckily, it's overcast right now, so the sun's not brutal, so I'll at least put in a few miles. But yeah, I'm feeling like crap because I don't have much sleep. But yeah, as soon as I start hiking, that'll all melt away. That's how it works. Sometimes it's just impossible to find a place to cat hole. Been wandering down this road for a while. I could either walk up the road or down the road, and everybody else takes the other way for the PCT. So I'm like, hey, you know, I'll go off this way and cat hole. But, well, where the fuck do I go? Good thing it's not an emergency. I'll just go right there in the road. This road doesn't look well traveled, but I don't want to be that guy that poops in the road. Don't want to be that guy. So after 2 cups of coffee and a few safety meetings, I feel quite right to start my day. Everything's green and beautiful out. It's an overcast day. I have a decent amount of energy, so like I have options right now. As long as it's overcast, I should probably just keep hiking. Go as long as I can and then crash out and take a few hour nap, and maybe it'll be cool enough to do it again. Try to get on this night schedule. It's hard to flip-flop your schedule all quick like that. There's gonna be a few days where you feel like crap. Well, not a bad day to feel like crap. This guy's being so cooperative. He's let me photo shoot the hell out of him. He's like, I don't care, man. I am prehistoric. Can't mess with me, tiny human. You're such a good sport, isn't he? Screen close up. Guess I'm gaining elevation because everything's turning back into pine trees again. Ones that haven't burnt too, you know, they're actually like living. Last night night hiking, we did not miss any scenery because it was yet another one of those burned down areas. Oh man, it is a nice cool day. I appreciate this trail. I could use overcast today. So we've come across a water catch. Burial platform. Oh, that water looks nasty. Let's see what's growing. Alright, there are gnats galore here. My arch enemy. Water's pretty green and dirty, but hey, that's what we have to drink. Yay. Can you see the amount of freaking gnats flying around my face? I guess there's only one right now, huh? Yeah, he brought friends. They're freaking everywhere. You know these are my arch enemy. They just want to fly into your eyeballs. Oh, we passed a guy wearing a bug net, and I was like, oh no. And yeah, as we kept walking, there's just more of them. They're all up on me, man. Go away, you little bastards. That's what the water looks like. It's pretty filthy in here. I don't know how far back it really goes, but yeah, not a pretty sight. So I'm going to opt. I still have a liter left, and there's possibilities of water in a while, in 3 miles, in 5 miles. So I think I'm just gonna roll the dice and go with my liter and see how far it takes me. It's a nice overcast day. I got no problem falling asleep somewhere for a little while. So far it's not hot at all, so I'm gonna keep on marching. You see a blue barrel there. Let me check that for water. Well, I got people around here. Maybe there's something waiting for me. Taking kind of a risk here. These have been sitting in my food bag for quite a while. I didn't expect to take so many zeros. So yeah, these are, I don't even know how old these are. I don't remember when my last resupply was, but still looks and smells like a burrito. So yeah, screw it. Dollar store burritos, it does say keep frozen there, doesn't it? We're gonna ignore that because it's in really small print, and we're just gonna focus on the colors over here. Yeah, and it looks like a burrito, smells like a burrito. I'm gonna eat it. So we're getting pretty lethargic. The sun's out. We're gonna go 2 more miles. There's a campsite, a 20-person campsite. and crash out there for a few hours right out the heat of the day. There's going to be big trees there. There's even a pit toilet, so there'll be trees. Right out the heat of the day, take a few hours siesta, and do some more night hiking, man. We're pretty high up here. I think those are all solar farms down here, but across the way, I doubt we can see it. Kind of are these huge red splotches on the other mountains, like bright red. I'd really like to see what they are. Oh hell yeah, we didn't even expect it, but Trail Magic, and they got grape. What the best artificial flavor on the planet?
Undisputably.
Yeah. Salty J, thank you very much. And yeah, I agree. LNT bitches, LNT. Found a place to escape the heat of the day. Drank a few beers, so I'm gonna take me a nap and let the sun go down and continue my journey. Nice, peaceful, windy day up here. Kind of rocking me a little bit. Not enough though. No, I say that now. I don't need it to get windy enough to rock me. Never mind. I didn't say that, Trail. Good night. So I wake up from my nap over there. It was nice. Slept for a good 3 or 4 hours maybe. Somebody started a fire. So I'm going to use that bad boy to cook my coffee. I appreciate somebody else starting a fire for me. Well, definitely going to use that to cook some coffee. Oh yeah, forgot. We walked 500 miles today. Somebody had to play that song, though. It was bound to happen, right? Happens every trail everywhere when somebody hits 500 miles. And we're off. It's about 7:30 or so right now. Water's in 4 miles. Hard to leave a campsite with a nice fire going. So we're gonna pass by the Trail Magic, probably pound down one more soda, get my little sugar buzz going on, and go find the water source. So far everything we've passed has looked like shit, so we just haven't even bothered. But we haven't been traveling during the heat of the day, so we can be picky about our water. It's already a little chilly and the sun's not down yet. Would be a decent sunset if it weren't for the trees in the way, but hey, I'm happy to have trees around. We haven't had many of those. Let's see what happens tonight. Hiker Town is the next town. It's about 20-ish miles away. We're going to see if we can't make that by tomorrow morning, hopefully. Yeah, we'll see what our energy level holds out at. So through the trees, it's actually a pretty beautiful sunset. You know, imagine what it'd be like without all the mountains and trees in my way. Like if, this trail went over peaks and maybe I could watch it from there. That's pretty sweet what I've got to work with. So before we lose Sunland, I just want to show how gorgeous of a walk this is. Of course, the PCT is smooth as it can be. It's just all nice and greenery growing everywhere. You don't get this very often, and we're headed into the desert, so I'm trying to soak it all in. Sunset's still happening. I just don't get to enjoy much of it. But you can see it peeking out between the trees. Thus begins all the people making 500 marks. That's the first one we've noticed, at least. Yay. Dun 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 dun. Oh, yep, so here's another one right there. Another 500. Yay, 500. So mile 502, we're at the 500 mile mark.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? PCT? So we got some corrugated metal roof. This is where our water is. Down in this, I'm guessing we climb under here. This is all awkward. The things I will do for life-saving water. This is inconvenient. I want it pumped right into my mouth. I don't have to work for it. So I find the lid, I pry it off, I peer inside, and yeah, gross. Oh man, yep. But I'm gonna drink that shit. I don't have much of a choice.
Next water isn't for a while. Hiker Town, whatever the fuck Hiker Town is only 15 miles away. But I'm gonna need some of this to get there. Nummy nummy.
Since I keep it real and try to be honest about everything, I'm going to do something mildly out of character. I guess it's the second time on the trail, but I'm going to microdose on some acid and go for a long walk tonight and see how that turns out. Only doing half a hit, so it's just gonna, I don't know, make things more interesting. Lord knows I don't really know what to expect, but normally I'd hide that from the world, but fuck it, I don't care what you think about me, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see what happens. I'm about an hour and a half into my hike, and I'm feeling the effects. Everything seems slightly more interesting. I'm hiking at a pretty fast pace, and I'm not tired, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what happens from here. So I found a nice view of the city, and I'm sitting there enjoying the lights. And we hear noise from behind us. Doug eventually catches up. He's sitting there. And we hear noise, and it's Mousetrap running back. He says he made about a quarter mile or so of the trail. And he saw eyeballs that scared him, so he came back. So, here I am wandering the desert alone, mildly inebriated on hallucinogenics, hoping I don't become cat food. Tripping in the woods by yourself at night is interesting as hell. The distorted faces I see in the trees, leaves. Everything's a distorted, scary thing when it's distance, and then when it gets close, it's just some branches. Luckily, the path is easy to follow. I don't even feel like I'm walking it. It's like my feet are just doing their own thing. I'm along for the ride. Take me to breakfast, feet. That's where I want to end up when this trip ends. Breakfast. I would have never attempted this on the AT. The terrain was just too rough. You never knew what was going to happen. Here I felt confident enough to try it. But I like being alone out here. It's like being in a fun house. I'm safe in this little bubble of light that I have. Seeing all these demons around me, but knowing they're just in my mind, but being pulled through them. But as they enter the bubble of light, that's just a tree. The wreckage of trees. I have eyeballs. Definitely a predator. I lost him. This is the way the trail leads. What am I to do? I am ready to battle anything that my mind can throw at me. With the trail. That's another story. Where are you, nigga? I don't know how far it was. Head on a swivel, motherfucker. Head on a swivel. The duck and Mousetrap heard me roaring, so they waited. I get to live yet another day. I have no idea what I'm looking at. That doesn't look like fire. It looks like city lights. But they look like a freaking pyramid from here. I think that's just the city lights. I don't see fire. It's not the right color for fire. The moon is just coming up over the horizon. It's really bright. I can see stuff by it, but I don't want to trust my eyes yet. Plus, I'm on the lookout for